Hey there, how's it going? What is up, everybody? Irish Orangutan is back to pass along the updates and info to make the most of your Madden team. Enjoy! So we are back today looking at the best team no money can buy. We have a pretty solid team put together. Very excited about what we have been able to do with them out in Weekend League when we have been playing. Apologize, we have been away for a while, but very excited to be bringing you some videos again. Hopefully the videos are of the same quality. It has been a minute, so hopefully after the second or third, we will be back up and running again. But just looking over the team, starting off on offense, looking at the offensive line, and we'll go from there. We have Walter Jones, Joe Thuney out on the left side, both 99 overall. We can look at the back of the cards. We haven't looked at any of these guys for quite some time. I don't even think Walter Jones was out the last time I spoke with you all. Absolutely adore what he does bring to my team. I was actually thinking about going out and changing him up potentially and getting that 99 gold left tackle, but decided against that because I really like what he brings in the strength, and he's perfect in the run game and almost perfect in the pass game. So for the money and really his strength was higher, so really did not want to change that up. Still have Trent Williams out there. He has not gotten that upgrade. Don't know when they're exactly going to trade him. Hopefully sometime soon, so everyone can hopefully move on and be happy in that situation. This Joe Thuney card is very, very special. Coming in at 99 gold. He is a player that can fit on any team. With that free agency promo, that was something that was very beneficial for a lot of people who were wanting a left guard, quarterback, cornerback, or right outside linebacker. I do believe. And we'll be talking about a couple of those other guys later. But with this Thuney, he does fit in on the theme team. Not perfect at run blocking, but he does fit in as a 99 overall Washington Redskins, so that's perfect, and he's going to be there for the rest of the year. There have been a couple of situations that I have been frustrated with him. Just doesn't seem to pick up people on the line the way that you would really want to in the run game, so I actually have noticed that, to be perfectly honest, and just when you're running against other people who have very, very good teams and near perfect defensive linemen coming against him, you need to have near perfect. So have thought about swapping him out for maybe a Yonda or going over to the backup on the other side, Zach Martin. I did not honestly think he would be moving off of my offensive line because I adore the way that he plays. But now that Sheriff is out, he's been playing perfectly there. Doesn't really miss anything in the pass game. Do try to get the ball out quickly. We'll be going into that here very shortly. But with Sheriff here, we can look at the back of his card as well. Perfect in the run game, especially lead blocking. Has that speed. A lot of the linemen that I do have do excel at being able to get out and getting out in front of people as well. Thuney and Walter Jones are near perfect at that. But why is someone I'm looking to upgrade at some point, but again, there are not any centers out there that I really would go out and swap him for. As you are probably seeing in the back of the screen, don't have a lot of players really on my roster, except for the players that are now kind of filling out my team. Players are continuing to lose value, so if you do have any value in your players, definitely continue to dump them off. Hopefully not on the weekends, because you will lose a little bit of value as more people are on and putting up cards and of course buying packs. Looking at Deerdorf out on the right side, adore that mustache, and probably will have him here for the rest of the year as well. Kind of looks like my dad, and seen a couple of pictures of him from high school playing on the line. Just fits absolutely perfectly with what I want to do, and also plays very, very well at the tight end position if you ever would need him there, or would like a little, I guess he is pretty thick and strong with that 96 strength, but someone else there. I was thinking a little bit more with the Lane Johnson. Doesn't quite have that strength. A little bit lighter build, but definitely has those wheels on him and plays tight end very well. I actually have some very, very good blocking tight ends, so not something that I really concern myself with. We can actually go there straight away since we did look at Lane a little bit, but absolutely adore the players that I do have. Players are getting near perfect at this point, so hitting those upper 90s. Really, the lineman can probably fit there, and you probably don't need to get the 99 overall players, and especially you don't have to necessarily power them up. That is something that I did because I wanted to increase their strength and just get them as good as I possibly could. Had extra coins, and just trying to maximize my team when I do play. Just want to have the best players at each position, and Brawler is something that I have now maxed out, getting to 30 out of 30 there. That gives 2 strength, 2 speed, -1 acceleration, -1 agility. I was going to start, I do have very few players working with Acrobat. As my players get exceedingly fast at a lot of positions, especially the skill positions, and don't necessarily need 2 speed. I can add some other attributes to them to make them much better and not lose the agility, which I'm finding is more valuable all the time. And my weakest run blocker, getting back to that point, Darren Waller, he has wheels and he is unbelievable at the tight end position. He's been able to do things at the tight end position I have never really had tight ends be able to do. Even when I was playing franchise, I was not getting my tight ends this fast and being that tall. And he's also capable of run blocking at that 82. Something that I do adore about him as well is I do like to run a lot of 3 wide receiver routes and then block the halfback. And then if you block your tight end, he can do a very good job against a lot of guys coming at them, not necessarily the Jadeveon Clowneys and Lawrence Taylors of the world, but if you're able to get a middle linebacker somehow lined up against him or a poor rusher, he can do a great job on double teams. He's going to be able to do perfectly in that regard. But just some of the other players that I do have are just not nearly as good. Looking at Kittle here, only 60s, and Delaney Walker was the same. Hunter Henry is getting close to the 70s, but not quite there. So Darren Waller really, really stands out in the passing game, and I really don't take him off the field because it would be too much of a dead giveaway that I am trying to run specifically in certain situations on the goal line. Probably would swap him out for Lane Johnson. Definitely in goal line set, and that's something that I need to remember as I'm playing a little bit more head to head. That I do need to max out my lineup as much as possible, and really swapping him in there would do a great job of that. But looking at the run blocking a little bit more specifically with the rest of these guys, that 91 with Kittle, 88, I think we get to +3 on the rest of these, and then Hunter Henry gets up to that, what would be 90 as well. So just absolutely adore that. Just being able to go out and block like offensive linemen at that position. Don't want to lie to you, am going to double check, and yeah, we do have that +3 because of Coach Madden and then zone run as well. May have noticed when we were looking earlier, have that zone run and then go deep. Really, really like that go deep for the spectacular catch, and then if you need it, that throw power for your quarterback. Have messed around on offense a little bit with Redskins passing to help out Doug Williams a little bit. I have not. I was talking about how much I adore Waller. I have not had a better quarterback than Doug Williams in a really long time either. He can't quite do some of the things that Waller can exceptionally well compared to other quarterbacks, but he is able to come out with that hot route master, and just with your ability to throw absolutely every route pretty much at any time from any position, it just is absolutely something that you cannot replace with something else. Having the slot receiver being able to do any route kind of is a dead giveaway that you're going to be focusing on that one particular player. When you are able to come out and just call it for every single player and run double trail routes with your halfback and tight end, that is deadly on the goal line and just so very helpful. So something that can definitely help out your team if you are struggling in some of those regards and don't necessarily like to run with your quarterback. Doug is one of the best, I would say. I do need to double check on this. Not best with the stats of every single player anymore. but he is someone that can come out and run a little bit better, that has that quarterback hot route master that can really help your team. And of course, if Aaron Rodgers ever gets another upgrade, he may be playing instead. I really love how quickly he gets rid of the football, but he's not able to do some of the things that Doug is with that hot route master. And at wide receiver, we have Calvin Johnson. He is someone that can do absolutely everything you want in the pass game, and then also is very capable of run blocking as well. Have had Randy Moss on and off on my team pretty much every time that he's had his major upgrade. I've been able to somehow get him through the NAT way of getting him. So do you have those versions, at least that one anyway. Maybe didn't get the 92. Maybe stupidly quick sold that at one point in time. I was thinking about doing that with this, and then realized you're probably only going to get like an 87 and a half worth of that trading. So he's just going to sit there until maybe he gets a new card. He just can't run block. Absolutely adore the way that he does catch the football, but he just can't run block. And with all the other wide receivers that I do have and the capabilities of them, just want to have those guys on the field. Troy Holt is free. Just go out and throw lots and lots of passes for touchdowns against a computer, and you will be able to do that very, very quickly. I've been doing that with the Baker Mayfield solos as of late to just max out this. Swap in your quarterback if you don't want to throw with him, and just keep resetting the game, and you'll be able to, replaying, not resetting, and you'll be able to booster up your MUT level very, very quickly. Andre Reed gets up to that 99 speed, just adore the way that he plays. Again, has that run blocking ability, and he's another one of those players that is helped out with that Redskins passing as well. Terrell Owens has fallen off a little bit. Want to look at that 97 speed and make sure I actually have the right chemistries on him. I do. Did not realize he was actually a little bit slower than a couple of those other guys, but that is probably why I have him at wide receiver 4 and have not allowed him to crack the starting lineup for a while. And then this Torrey Holt, again, absolutely runs every route perfectly and can get up to that 99 speed. So someone you definitely need to have out there on your field. If he isn't your favorite player, display him in the slot when you run 3 wide receiver sets, and he'll definitely help out your team. Antoine Randall L. just kind of do everything, and he, again, is someone that is tremendous at blocking on kickoff returns, so a little bit of a bonus there. At fullback, do not have the maxed out Okoye. That is that 98 overall. That is probably where I'm going to go with my next power up pass. Sadly, I actually did take a couple weeks off of not logging in at all, so it did fall a little bit behind on some of those days. Have been playing on and off, but definitely was taking a break from playing competitively for a while, and definitely has regained my want to get into the game, so that is very, very helpful. And just kind of waiting for that next Schlesinger. He's another one that you can put in at tight end, and he does a tremendous job there. Over at halfback, we have Barry Sanders. I know I've said this before, but he's the only player that I still have a jersey up on my wall of. Just absolutely love the way that he played the game, and yeah, he now with that ability to just have a human joystick and go, go, go is absolutely deadly. Have figured out on a couple of the jet sweeps. Disappointed myself that I hadn't been running this a little bit more, but I can sub in halfbacks in a lot more situations than what I had originally thought. So have been running Dickerson and Barry Sanders against people in fake jet sweeps, and just halfback dives. Especially around the goal line, that has been very helpful. Barry Sanders with human joystick coming around the edge. Used to be something I did with Tyreek Hill, but with that 99 carrying for Dickerson and pretty close for Barry. I know that we looked at that a second ago. 97, excuse me. Didn't quite get up to that 99. It's not going to fumble for you the same way that Tyreek Hill did. So that is very beneficial for your team. And of course, Clinton Portis, because he has that ×3 chem. Do you have Bo Jackson? He was kind of fitting the hole that Barry Sanders is now in. but very happy that he is now in the game and now have those two running backs with NFL 100 X factors that start off at the beginning of the game. They're both very beneficial, and again, with Doug Williams being able to have Hot Route Master, be able to switch up any route, it really maximizes your passing game and something I would definitely advise. But we're just going to be going over the offense to start this off since this did take a while. Very talkative. Hopefully, going to be talkative for a few more videos coming up here very shortly. I wish you all the best and take care. Thanks for checking out the Irish Orangutan channel. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to get all the Madden updates and info you need to put together a team better than your friends and win more head-to-head games online. Until next time, much love.